Hi all, how are you? This is Anand here. So we are going to solve the previous year question papers of grade 12 computer science. Okay. So past 5 years we are going to see. So this video we are going to see April 2017 question paper. So you can see the question paper here on the board. So this is actually the question paper you can see here. So question number 1, 2, 3. You see here four subdivisions are there. You can see here. See until question number 8 you can see here, but since there is no space here near each question, we won't be able to solve here. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to I have created an editable version here. You can see the editable version here. So I'm going to paste this in my MS paintbrush, and then I'm going to, so whatever there I have typed in, and I've created the editable version here, right? So this I'm going to paste it in the MS Paint, and then I'm going to answer one by one. All right. So let's see question number 1. You see here, computer science, April 2017, right? So 3-hour paper. This is a 3-hour paper. You should understand that for a 1 mark question, you should, it can be either a 1-word answer, or it can be 2 words, or it can be a 1 line. If it is a 2-mark question, what you have to do, you have to answer in 2 or 3 lines. If it is a 3-mark question, you can answer in 3 or 4 lines. If it is a 4-mark question, you can answer in 5 lines. If it is a 5-mark question, you can answer in 5 to 7 lines. Right. So this is what you have to keep it. So according to the question, you have to answer. You have to answer to the question, exactly to the question, because here you see this one is each is for 1 mark, right? So define the following, each is 1 mark. You can have a 1-line answer, or you can even give maximum of 2 lines also, no problem. But don't give very short answer for that. For this, you should not give a 1 word for this, because this is a defined, no. So you have to give a 1-line answer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste this here. I pasted here. So we are going to see the answers here. Wait a minute. Let me go to the paintbrush. Yes. Yeah. So now we are going to see the first question, right? So define the following: cache memory, taskbar, software. We are going to see the answers for these questions. So so I'm going to give the answers in the red color. You see cache memory. What is cache memory? It is a small high-speed memory between CPU and main memory used to store frequently used data, right? So cache memory, whatever you're doing, work that you're doing is stored in the cache memory. So it is very easy to again. Suppose you load a word. Next time when you load, it will be very fast. The first time when you're loading, it will take little time. But from next time onwards, it will be very fast. That is cache memory. Taskbar is the bar that you see at the bottom, right? So all the running programs will be that you minimize will be in the taskbar. You have the start button there. So that is a taskbar. What is a software? So a set of instructions that is used to perform specific task on a computer. That is software. Registers. So small high-speed storage locations inside the CPU. So there will be some storage locations inside the CPU to hold the data temporarily. So those are called registers. The third generation languages are nothing but the high-level languages like C, C++, Java, Pascal, COBOL, BASIC, and all. Right, Visual Basic. All are third generation languages. So define the following. You see how the answers are. You should give the answer according to the question. It's a 1 mark, so you can give it in 1 line, or maximum of 2 lines you can give. So don't give five lines or 6 lines for just a 1 mark question. Don't answer too much, because there won't be time for you. All right. So now second question we'll see. All right, we are going to see the second question. Kindly hold on. So second question is differentiate between the following: bus network and star network, data processing and data processing system, half duplex and full duplex. So this is what you're going to see. So first, let's see what is bus network and star network. See, bus network, all computers connected to a single cable, right? All computers are connected to a single cable, just like a bus. Okay, the failure of main cable stops the entire network. So if main cable is stopped, the entire network is also stopped. So this is bus network. It will be arranged in the form of a bus. Star network is what? It will be like a star. A central hub will be there through which you connect all the other computers. So failure of one node does not affect the others. If one node is affected, it will not affect the others. Okay, there will be a central hub, no? So it will be connected to all the other computers. So this is star network. So all computers are connected to a central hub. Failure of one node does not affect the others. But whereas in bus network, all the computers connected to a single cable. So if failure of main cable, if it affects it will stop the entire network. So that is the difference between bus network and star network. Then data processing and data processing system. Okay, data processing is what? Processing of converting raw data into meaningful information, right? So if I say Anand, it's just a raw data. Anand is the computer science teacher. It's a meaningful information, bro. So this is actually converting raw data, process of converting raw data into meaningful information. System is what? Combination of hardware, software, and procedures used for data processing. So you use the hardware for data processing, software data processing, procedures for data processing. This is called processing system. All right. So half duplex and full duplex. You see half duplex and full duplex transmission, data transmission in both directions, but one at a time. So one will be transmitting, will be in the transmission at a time. This is called half duplex. Whereas data transmission appearing in both the directions simultaneously is called full duplex. This is the difference between half duplex and full duplex. All right, let me go to the next question. Answer the following and write the difference between divided by operator and percentage operator. Sorry for this. Wait a minute. Yeah. So listen here. So division is means the quotient of division, right? Bar means quotient of division. For example, if you say 5 by 2, this means that 5 is divisible by 2, right? It will give the answer. For example, it is 2.5, right? But when you give 5% 2, which means that it will give 1 because it gives the remainder. When 5 is divided by 2, it will give the remainder. So this is the remainder, this is quotient, and this one is the remainder. So that is the difference between divisible divide by operator and the percentage operator. All right, we'll go to the next question. All right, so let me go to the next question. So write the given code using the conditional operator. You see here. So now what I do is I can write it as, say, z is equal to x greater than y, the condition question mark. If it is true, then z is equal to x times x colon y times y. What does it mean? This is a conditional operator, single code, right? So z is equal to, if x is greater than y, then z is equal to x. This one is the true condition, this one is the false condition. You will have a colon in between. So if the condition is true, then z is equal to x times x, otherwise it is y times y. This is how you have to answer this question. All right, very simple question. So let's move on to the next question, which is, okay, write a program to accept marks of 5 subjects from the user and calculate the display of total marks and percentage. So let me give the answer for you here. Wait a minute. Actually, this is the answer, right? You already know about writing the C++ program. You should have a IO stream. You should have namespace std. So int main, it will return, because int mains means it will return the integer. So return 0. You see return 0. That's why I give it as an integer. I am declaring 5 marks with the total also. I declare 5 marks and total. And also the percentage is a float, is a decimal. So I declare it as a float. So COAT enter marks. So I am getting the marks of 5 marks. I am just getting the input. I add them and put it in the total. And then percentage is total divided by 5. Then I print the total and percentage. So I will show it in the JGrasp. JGrasp is the tool to run the program. So let me show it so that you will understand that. 1 minute. Yeah, you can see here. So this is the JGrasp. I'm going to run this program. You see, running is, you see a double plus there on the top. It's compiling. You see the down. You can see it is compiled successfully. Now I'm running this. There is a person who is running. So that is actually the running the icon. So that is the run icon. When I click it, You see, they enter the marks. So I have to enter 5 marks. So if I give 50, if I give 52, then I give 60, then I give 49, then I give 54. So now you see total is equal to 265 and percentage is equal to 53. This is how you should understand, right? So we have run that program now actually. So this is how you have to get the 5 marks and then from the user and display the total marks and percentage. So we have already seen this, just this is only the revision for you. So the next question, let me go to the next question. So this question is also, you see, write the output of the following program. Use all the header files are included. Assume that all header files are included. This is only the program segment. This is only the segment. No, it is not the entire program. You see an array is given, which is containing 5 numbers, and E is 0 and A1 is 0. The sum of even numbers. Even numbers and odd numbers. This program is about even numbers and odd numbers sum. Sum of even numbers, sum of odd numbers. So you can see the even numbers 2, 4, 6, and you can see the odd numbers 3 and 5. So the sum of even numbers is I am giving initially I am putting the sum of even numbers as 0 and sum of odd numbers as 0. O1 is the sum of odd numbers, which is 0, and E as 0 initially. Now I loop it from 0 to 5. So from the beginning of the array, I start with the first element 2, A of 0, which is 2. So if I divide it by 2, if the remainder is 1, it is an odd number. If the remainder is 0, it is an even number. So if the remainder is 0, means 2, 4, and 6 are will give the remainder as 0. So when you add them, it is 12. And odd numbers, when you add them, it is 8. This is the output, because you see sum is equal to E. So it will give 12, and some odd number, sum is equal to 1. So it is 8. So the output will be 12 and 8. So very simple, right? So let's go to the next question. All right, write 1 minute. Yeah, not this one. Let me give another question. This is the fourth question. Fourth question A. Okay. So this is a 4-mark question because it's a program. No, it's a function table. So it's a 4 mark. So you have to write the you need not write the entire program. You have to just write the function table. Right. So function table, I'll just give you the function table. It's very simple. You see function table, I write IOStream. Even you no need to write even the first line, because you need to write only the function table. So no need to write this. You can start writing function table, function name, and you are passing integer n as the n as the you are passing the parameter, right? So what you do is you loop it from 1 to 10. So after that, suppose if you give, when you call it as table of, say for example, if I call in the main program is table of 6. So what it does, it goes from 1 to 10. So the value of first value of I is 1. So when it is 1, it will print n is 6, right? Because you are passing the value of n as 6. So 6 times 1, that is equal to 6. So next time when it moves to the loop, it is 2. So 6 times 2, that is equal to 12. So 6 times 3, that is equal to 18. So what it will give until 10. So it will give 6, 12, 18. Because since you see here, there is a comma is given there, n star I, and then a comma is there. So you will get 6, 12, 18, and so on, so on, so on, until you get until 60. So this is the output that you get. Right. So you write the function. You need not write the whole program because that will take too long. Right. You can write only the function. What the function table, you have to write the function table. So table is the name of the function. So I wrote the table of name of the function. I pass the parameters, the n through which you call from the main. Right. Main function, you call it a table of 6, means it will give the 6 table. Table of 5 means it will give the 5 table. It will give. Right. So this is question number 4A. So question number 4B, what is the difference between static and automatic variables? Yeah. So let me tell you what is the difference of. So static value retains the value between the function calls. Right. It will retain. It will not change. it will retain the value. Whereas automatic variable value destroyed after the function ends. When the function is ending, automatically the value gets destroyed. Suppose if I just give int I, what happens is after the function ends, the I will die. So the value is destroyed. But when you declare it as a static int I, even if the function ends, the value of I will retain. That is the difference between static variable and automatic variable. Next, we'll see function 5, fifth question. You see, consider the following class, right? So what I'm doing is we have to create a class with record number, source, location, and year as the data members. These are all data members, and you have the members of the constructor function. Constructor is the name of the class. Now, constructor is what you know that constructor is the name of the class which assigns the data members, right? Which is used to initialize the data members. So if the class name is record, if the class name is record, then the constructor will be record. It will be the name of the class. So what we have to do, we have to first have the class, create a class with the data members, record number, source, location, and year. Record number is an integer, source and location is a string, and year is an integer, right? Constructor function, you have to write a constructor function with all, and you have to assign all these values, and then you have to show all, means you have to display the values. This is how you have to do it. So now what I do is, I'll show you the yeah, you see here. So I have declared the class. You can see here, I have declared the class on the top. You see there, includes IO stream, string, all those you have to include that, because I'm using the string. So you can use the string header. Okay, namespace std. I'm declaring the class record. So I am initializing them. You see, right, with the integer, and character means it's a character array, right? Character location of 30, integer in. So I am just see public. Public means it can be accessed by the object of the in the main class. So record, see, this is the constructor. I'm initializing record number. So I'm initializing the value, index value to source, to the data type source, right? So to the data member source. So strcpy, what does it do? It will assign the index value to the source. So it will assign the null value to the location, because that is what is given in the question, right? So year is 234. That is what is given. So now you can see at the bottom. Now you see, when you see at the bottom, it is show all. Void show all. Show all is the function name that you have to give, right? And you are going to print all those data members, record number, source, location, and year. That is what is given. Function to display all the members of the screen. So this is very simple. You have to create a class with data members. You can create a function to assign the constructor to assign the values, and then at the end you have to create a function show all to display all the values. Very simple. So let's go to the next one. 1 minute. Let me okay. So let me remove it and then go to the next question. We'll go to the 6th question. Okay. You see, this is a question. Consider the following class declaration and answer the following questions. See, class music is given, and you see music is given, and the data types are number and type. And you have public. This is can be accessed by the objects of the class main. Okay, so music is what? Music, the class name and music here. This one is the constructor, right? This one is the constructor. And you see the other functions in and disp. Disp means display. The name is called disp is given. So class video, there is an inheritance here. So in a video inherits the class music, and it's a public. So it can be all the members of the class music can be inherited in the video, class video. That is the meaning of it. So public music means video inherits music class. So singer name. So video contains the data type singer name. I mean the data member singer name. So what type of inheritance is it? Single inheritance, because video is inheriting, video class is inheriting music. So single inheritance. It is not inheriting two classes. It is inheriting only one class. So single inheritance. Which class constructor will be called first when the object of the class video will be declared? So constructor, only constructor is music. So music class will be called first. Write the members which can be accessed by the object of the class video. Objects of the class video, what can be accessed? Because video is accessing it's inheriting the music as public. So number, it can access number. So type, then integer, in, then disp, then singer name. So all these can be accessed by class video. So number and type, these are all members. Number, type, and singer name are members. In and disp are functions, methods. So very simple. So this is how you have to answer these type of questions. So we'll go to the next question. That is question number 7. 7A. So you see this program, write the output. So you create a pointer, you assign a pointer and an array of characters Asia. So PTR is equal to STR means you assign the Asia in the pointer PTR. So PTR will contain the address of Asia, right? So now what I do is I loop it from 0 to until the string ends. What is meant by /0 means it will look until end of string is reached. So A is the string. So the last character will be /0, which means that there is no character after that. Okay, that is the, which means that end of the string. It indicates end of the string. So I go from first character until the end of the string. So PTR plus I. What it will do is first time it will print the first character. The next time it will print, let me tell you. Okay. Next time it'll first time it will print all the characters you see here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 1 minute. So first time it will print Asia, PTR plus I, Asia. Then it will print, it will go from the next character. Next I is equal to 1. So it will print the rest of the characters. Then it will print IA, then it will print A. So this is the output. Right? So this is also very simple. You can easily do that. So what happens is here in this case, PTR points to the string Asia, right? PTR is pointing to the string Asia. So PTR plus I prints the string starting from the position I. So each line prints the remaining substring. That is the meaning of that. So you will get Asia, then SIA, then IA, and then A. So we'll go to the next question, 7B. This is 7B. So what is the so it is, this one is very simple, file opening method. Very simple. See, IOS no replace, which means that it opens a file if it does not, if it is not already existing, right? New file opening method is this, IOS and no replace. IOS and append means it will open the file in append mode. But here new file opening method, explain the new file opening method. So I have given the syntax there, no replace means if the file does not already exist, then it opens the file. That is the meaning of it. So this is actually, the answer is this. So it's only 1 mark. So you just need to answer only this. That's it. So we'll go to the next one. So that is C. 1 minute. Let me erase this. Yeah. Write a C++ program to write 5 records to a binary file called store.dat. So store.dat is a file, binary file. So what you do is you have to append it to the bottom of the file. So what you do is you have to get the inputs of the store and then output it to the store.dat file. So that is the meaning of this. So what I have to do is I have to first open the file. Let me write the program for you. So it's a bigger program. You see, this is what is the program here. So you see here, this program contains, you open it, you have a class called store. I create a class called store with store number, with store name and area. What is the store number, name and area I have given. So inside it, I have given the in data means input data and the output data. You have both. So I have input data and output data. Input data is to get all the details. Output data is to produce all the details. Now inside the main, what I do is I declare f stream. This is how you have to declare the file, right? So what it does is you have to get the details of the student, number, name, area, and print them in the file, right? So open the file name store.data using the f stream object in binary mode and in append mode to add the new data at the end. This is the meaning of it. So what you do is, so to do that, for f dot open, you declare f stream f. F is the object, so f dot open off. You open the file with the binary mode and the append mode, right? So IAPP is append. So iOS APP is append. So I loop it, and s dot in data means store yes. I create an object yes with the class store. So with that object, I call the input function, so it will ask the details. Then it will f dot write. So it'll write all the details, whatever I'm getting the input, it will write it into the file. That is so this is actually the answer for this. So what you have to do, you have to declare a class with the data members and the functions to input and output data. Then inside it, you have to declare the file object. Okay, file object. So then you open the file with binary and append mode. Then you loop because 5 records, because you have to write 5 records. So a loop from 0 to 5. Less than 5. So 5 less than 5 means 0 to 4. So it'll ask 4. So 5 times it'll ask the input, and then it will write the output to the file. So this is the answer for it. So this is the, so it is very simple. You can take a note of it, and this will be sent to the, this actually will be sent in the learning resources I will upload. So you can download it at in the learning resources on the portal. All right. So next question. Yeah, last question. 1 minute. Yeah, justify the following features of Java. So what do you mean by dynamic and secure? See, dynamic means Java supports dynamic. Justify the following features of Java. You have to justify dynamic. Java supports dynamic memory allocation and runtime object creation under the dynamic. Under the secured, Java provides security through bytecode verification, class loader, and security manager. This is the answer, right? So we have done with the April 2017. Okay, I have already uploaded the questions on the learning resources. You can download it and check it. This video also will be available to you in the portal, so you, whenever you want it, you can have a look at. So we have done with April 2017. So we will go to the next question paper in the next video. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.